Good morning, boys. Welcome back to the Boardcast. How are we all doing this morning?
Dude, I like this new room.
Welcome to the new house of podcasts.
We've just moved the podcast section, which I've been talking
We've talked about it in the past
for quite some time.
So observant listeners might remember it.
Classic Northern Board style. We plan a thing and then it takes a while to like kick it over. But we have beaten the time frame between
T-shirts.
the t-shirts and the restaurant actually as well. So hey, look at us go. I've actually.
What comes first? If you're a betting man, William, would you bet on the restaurant or the t-shirts first?
I bet on a restaurant first.
No, okay.
Because I see Danny went to the restaurant more than the t-shirts. We should have like a, you know what we should put in this new place? A notice board.
Yeah.
That things that we want to do but haven't done.
Or maybe like a little Mario Kart track with a little Hot Wheels on it, and each Hot Wheel represents a
progress.
one of the progress of a different thing, and we can slowly slide them along to completion.
Yeah.
Like a percentage loading bar, you know what I mean?
I'd love it if it was we have that pin board. Like those old-timey crazy people pinballs with the red strings everywhere leading to different threads and stuff.
That is kind of what like my
Let me
business.
check on Amazon if there's a progress board.
Do you know what's funny? Because
It's called a whiteboard, William. You can just have a whiteboard.
the my business structure really is kind of like one of those string boards you're talking about.
Nice.
Like, you know, because the classic one is from
Sunny Philadelphia.
Oh, Sunny Philadelphia. That's right. Because it's like think about it. It's like Wade works at the shop, but also on the trucks. Then Sarissa works at Burger Boy, but also on the thing, but also does my truck invoicing. And then it's like, you know, we all interlock in some crazy way. And it's like, and just at the end of the day, not broke yet. So look, some part of the insanity is working. But do you guys remember? We obviously all played video games when we were younger. And it's different now. You like, for the most part, you just like, I don't know, all the consoles, they preload the video games on there, like the day before if you're going to play them. And most computers are like so hyper powered now that when you put the disc in, it's like the load time is much different. But do you remember in your like Windows 95, 98, you would put in your like disc, and then you would just sit and watch that progress bar
just work its
slowly
way.
go.
Yeah.
It's taking the data from the CD or even the floppy disk and then downloading it onto the computer. And that bar, you would I don't know, as a kid, man, it was always a thick bar with a percentage, and then the number, when the colored bar would get to the actual number in the middle, and it would slowly start taking over the number, and it could be hours, and you're just like,
and then, please change to this too.
Like the excitement of trying to work your way through was crazy.
The childhood canon event is you take your finger and you put it next to the bar, the little thing, the progress bar, just to check if it is still moving.
Oh yes, I do that.
Yeah. I remember I had a game called Caesar 3, and it was from I think it was a Windows 95 game, and I remember it took hours and hours and hours for it to load. Right, it had like a little song or something that played, and it would complete, and then it would start again. When I put it, I remember I found the disc and I put it into my like a new computer. This is probably still a couple of years ago though, but it's a long time in between. I put it in, and the game loaded so quickly that the load screen couldn't load itself.
Nice.
So kind of like it had a little schism and didn't know what it was doing, and the whole thing shut down. I was like, oh, interesting. So I tried it a few more times, and eventually it was able to bring up the screen just for the second long enough that it could register that the loading screen was there and the game was already on. Like it was like, I don't know what you call it. It was like, you know, when in like a space movie where the hole happens in the side of like a spaceship and everything gets sucked out. I feel like that's what that disc was like. Like the disc goes into the port and the computer's like it just sucked everything out of it so quickly. Yeah. Anyway, I have a gift for you, Kate.
Ooh.
I have a moving gift. I found. Sorry, William, I haven't bought you a gift. We'll get you next time. But I found this on the internet, right? And I saw it and I was like, this is the most Kang.
Finally, Anthrax.
This is the most Kang gift ever. I've tried to combine two of your FOMO.
Liege? Okay, what I'm describing right now is Danny handed me a blue box with the name Liege on it.
And it's really clear the shape of what?
Like a watch.
I've tried to combine two.
What is this?
What is that?
So we're going to Sarissa, who's been on the podcast before.
This is incredible.
We're going to a birthday at the casino, and Kang is both a big fan of watches and the casino.
Do I have to wear this? No, you know.
Do you know that there is a casino watch that's like 100 grand?
Jacob and Co.
Yeah.
It's not that one.
So what Danny just handed me is this is a gold watch.
Gold watch.
Very clearly, you know, painted gold.
It's a Facebook market finder, right?
But it's a watch which is a roulette wheel. It's a roulette wheel watch.
Can you actually move
The
it?
best bit is
It's got a ball inside.
It
so
does
it can
have
spin around.
it does have a little ball in there that spins constantly.
This is incredible. This is incredible, Danny. This is the best gift I've received in my entire life. It combines my world of I can always take this with me, and it's like microdosing the casino.
Wait, hold on. Does the red and black has numbers on it?
I don't.
Yeah, they do.
It does?
What?
They do. Yeah,
Can I have a look?
Yeah.
I would
Spin the wheel.
Oh shit! All right, come on, boys.
I'll put
Place
my
your bets.
I put my inheritance of black.
Black.
we'll go red then.
No, you gotta say like numbers too.
Red 34.
What? Yeah, green.
It's red.
34.
You can't manipulate. What are you doing?
16. I just need to read the number. It's hard to read.
William took the roulette wheel and just started shaking until it got to the number we needed.
I'm just really excited to see you in the casino at the roulette table, and you're putting your bet on, and the other people around you are like, this guy means business.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the casino with Sarissa on her birthday, and she's 19 years old. She's easily embarrassed by the people around her, and I'm going to wear 2 watches on. One on this hand and one on the other hand. And when I sit on the roulette table, I'm specifically putting my hand with the roulette wheel on the table.
So it is a Facebook market find. So
This is incredible.
it might be one of those situations where you wear it and your hand goes green after a while. But
I'm okay with this. This is incredible. Because here's the thing,
What's
right?
the age to go into the casino?
18.
18?
Yep.
My favorite thing is like there's a certain age where you get to where you stop caring about embarrassing yourself, and it's just more funnier now if you do embarrass yourself. So I'm gonna wear this casino, and it's just funny now.
Does it actually fit? It looks a little small.
I'll find it. I'll work it.
Make it work.
Danny, I'll make it work.
He has to take the band off and just double try to tape it to his hand.
Yes, the butterfly.
Oh, it does fit.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty big.
Look at that. Dude.
The loose fit.
You know my favorite part about this is that because it's slightly loose, I'll take it to a cobbler to get it sized up.
Oh
and
my
the
God,
cobbler's
yes.
going to look at this at me, and he's going to be like, "What the
Look,
fuck
there
is
should be
happening?"
like an adjustment on the side. No?
There'll be ways to adjust.
Take it to like a proper
William,
watch
you're
store.
treating this like it's a real watch with real features.
Oh, it is a real watch.
The features of that watch is that it's a roulette wheel. Oh, he loves it. William loves it.
Oh well, I feel
He's stimmed right now. William's getting the dopamine stimming.
I found I scroll through Facebook Marketplace for boards finds all the time. You know what I mean? Like hot deals, people selling the Warhammer, those kind of things.
Ooh, what if we do a series where like every now and again we come back with gifts for each other? I like that. Hey William, I'm getting you something next.
I know we have kids, William, so it's a little different. But it's like, how do you feel about gifts and forced gifts? Like by forced gifts, I mean like
What do you mean by forced gifts?
Like Christmas or Valentine's Day, where it's like the perception is that you have to get a gift for someone. I struggle because I don't like to be have to told anything, William. But I will buy gifts at random when I think it's relevant. You know what I mean?
Oh, I do that sometimes, but I already told my wife like no gifts for 5 years.
For 5 years.
Hey,
No gifts for 5 years.
So you got a house.
I just love
Have
the
you
idea.
seen
I just love the idea of
meme?
William getting married and be like, "Gotcha, no more gifts."
On the Instagram or TikTok or whatever, the on Christmas, like my wife asked me where's my gift, and then the husband's like putting the ribbon on the toilet. Ta-da!
She gets a little part of the house each day.
And they say love is dead.
So I visited the other day to pick up some extra product from Eternal Magic to go to Northern Boards. Perfect synchrony between the two businesses. And you seem all pretty moved in. Are you feeling like calm now that everything seems to be rolling?
Somewhat, almost everything. Still got a lot of stuff to do.
William is in the stage of house moving, which I'm sure many of our listeners is aware.
So
where
much things to do.
You get all your stuff inside the house now, but you don't have the remaining energy to take them out of the boxes.
They just live in the boxes
So now
forever.
you just slowly take them out of the boxes as you need, and you get frustrated that you can't find anything. But you just also don't want to take everything out because if it does, it means you open the floodgate of having to do a whole bunch of work again.
William did have the problem finding something he definitely had but thought he didn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
William goes home now and he's like, "Oh fuck, where did I put the toothpaste? I need my underwear." So
Are you all settled in and organized the way that you want
The
it?
house is done. Like the living house is done. It's just pretty much my shit.
Just your stuff for Eternal.
Yeah.
Is it in places where you think it's going to end up, or are you trying different things to see what organization works
It's
best?
mostly there. It's just I'm trying to sell crap.
You mean premium products that people definitely want?
A-grade Warhammer.
Well, I still have some shoes. You want to buy some shoes?
We see on Eternal Marketplace just comes from Facebook Marketplace too.
Here's the fascinating thing, William. The more, it's just how much stuff did you own? You just have
A lot.
You just hoarded
Hey,
things.
I I managed to sell all my board games, which is great.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I sold the Marvel vs. Zombies.
Goodbye, Marvel.
And then, I still have the Master of the Universe. Still have one. I managed to sell the Darkest Dungeon as well.
You hear that the sneaker market
Did
is
you
dead?
play any of them? Sorry.
Well, it's all still brand new.
So no.
No,
it was a hoarder.
I opened to see, look at it. Oh, pretty cool. I got to paint it one day. One day is 5 years time, so it's time to go.
Yeah, I've come to terms with I'm going to paint one mini a year. Did you hear that supposedly the sneaker resale market is dead? That's game over now.
Yes.
No one cares anymore.
It's dead. It's too shit.
I feel like it's any of those things that go long enough, people will get exhausted from the process, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Like the same.
I was trying to sell like some of my shoes, right? Like brand new. And then I just want it gone. So I priced it like lower than market. The number one question I got was, hey, is this fake?
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, hey, do you want me to increase the price? So you think it's not fake?
So the whole sneaker market culture has shifted across, which is fascinating to me because we saw a boom of a bunch of like hype culture stores. Like in Perth, we have a couple like vendors that come through that specifically sell collectible sneakers, collectible fashion and such. I wonder if they stick around, if that supposedly the sneaker market
They have
is
to
past.
evolve.
They have to evolve.
They have to evolve.
They'll sell pop vinyls.
Yes.
They'll sell-
You're not wrong. Just start selling collectible like figurines, like pop mart stuff.
Yeah.
And
But
then
this-
one time they're selling like Labubus and stuff.
Because this leads on to my next thing now, which is I see a lot of people that were, because like you can see a lot of people that were in the sneaker culture and now are getting into the collectible card game culture. There's a bit of a crossover, right? We have people who come through, they buy Pokemon from us, and you can tell that they're not people that necessarily will play Pokemon or collect necessarily Pokemon cards, but they just want to buy the product to sell it, get us some quick cash. And then recently, what's affecting your side, William, is One Piece is on the hype train through the roof right now.
Yes, over the roof.
We had the release of the newest set OP14 come out Friday, which was 2 days ago for us. And then numerous calls, people asking in about all the releases, trying to get pre-orders, just getting their hands on product. We have heard rumors that the larger shopping centers around Perth had hundreds of people lining outside EB Games and Kmart's trying to stock up. And this is one of those things where you hear about the Pokemon market, but now to have it in the One Piece market is a whole different ride.
It's crazy.
Who do you blame, Logan Paul?
Nah, I mean, it's good for the market. There is a demand. Like I always say, right? There's always like a group of card players who wants the cards to be cheap.
Of course.
When the card is cheap, no one plays it. This is a fact. Like it's just become shit. Like the market is just that small pool of players always playing that cards. That's it. You're never gonna grow. But you want some value in your cards to attract more people. But you can't get the cards too high, which is currently what it is the problem right now.
There's a balance. Right?
When the price is too high, then you have Investor-bros come in and buy out the stock when players can't get singles anymore or product anymore, then which is causing an issue right now.
Do you think we had these same problems with other collectibles in the past? Like, were people?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Were people collecting stamps or spoons, and then like collectors come in, and it's like now it's a collector's market for spoons. It ruins it for them.
I think all the people that collected stamps and spoons are dead now. I think the market crashed because they aged out.
They when like when elderly people, like the husband dies and the wife dies of heartbreak like 2 days later.
Okay.
It's like the stamp collector dies and
The
the guy's like,
difference between like stamps, spoons, or whatever collectible, right? There's only one use collection.
Yeah.
When you have trading card game, there's two use: collection and play. So the play part is one side and collection is one side. But if you do both, it's kind of win-win because you use the card and you get to keep it after you use.
you can definitely justify it to yourself a bit better.
Well, it's a symbiosis because each market supports itself
Correct.
to push itself forward.
So there's at least you got two use. So if the value drops, we still use it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just playing, just collecting and then putting in your folder and then just hope the price is going to go up. But a lot of cards that we have, we used it, we played it, we want to use it, and then suddenly it went up in price. So that was a bonus.
It's actually one of the things, one of the rare things that Magic the Gathering does very well, which is balancing that. They understand that a core part of their audience play the game. So they have a lot of variants of cards, which can be the cheaper versions, and they specifically target like the collector booster alternate art versions to be more collectible. So they actually try and strike their own balance of these are collectible versions and these are the more budget-friendly versions.
Recently, Bandai did what Pokemon Center is doing right now. You know, like if you buy a box from Pokemon Centers, right, in every part of the world, what they do is they cut the box.
They're aware of it.
Yeah. Pokemon has done this ages ago. Like if you want to buy a box, sure. They got a box, show you, it's brand new, cut the box.
I know in Australia, I don't know if it's everywhere else, but a lot of stores floated the idea of like, here's the price for the box, but if we cut the box in front of us, you get it for X amount cheaper.
Yeah.
Or like closer to retail price. Whereas like the non-retail price that they're selling it for is like sometimes 3x the price.
Yeah, usually that's it. Like now Bandai stores, like the official Bandai stores who sell One Piece. So if you want to buy a box, they'll let you buy a box, but they'll cut it.
Tells me is a great opportunity for us to customize ourselves as NPCs within the store with our own like box cutting knives. Like what cool? Maybe I can get like a little mini like lightsaber knife and be like whooshing, and then you know what I mean? Because if you're going to be such a consistent, you can like how would you what kind of like purple item are you going to apply to yourself to give yourself a box cutting knife? My dad had a really cool one from a
dragon knife
from a Spartacus.
Oh, you know what you should buy? The more deep knife. What's that knife called?
The Dune knife.
Well, you're the Dune guy.
I don't know. But the more knife, was it a tooth? It was like the tooth.
Yeah. It's so close to the tip of my brain. Yeah.
Anyway, I like the idea of a customer walking up and I have to cut open the boxes so that he can't walk away and sell them as a,
Or the grandma who's trying to buy a kid a Christmas present.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, no, I will destroy it in front of you.
So, but I use a different knife for each box and I just make it real tedious. Just...
Yeah, so Bandai is doing that right now. So everybody who's buying at Bandai right now have their box open so they can resell it.
You have your finger on the pulse, Willem, and you go to different stores. Do you see Digimon moving around much?
Digimon?
Yeah.
Digimon is dead, bro. No, it's not dead. Like I said, it has become, it won't grow. It's stagnant.
It's just stagnant with the players.
So you have that same 20 people come, 20 people go, that same 20 players. That's stagnant. It won't grow because there's no, number one, there's no value in the game anymore. The game is just not progressing.
Because I've heard from some players that a lot of stores have been selling out of product, but I don't know if that's just because...
Well, if you buy one case and sell one case, then you sell out of product. What you want to say?
That's the question. Is it that the store can't get the product or they're just being very risk
You
adverse?
can get a product, definitely.
Yeah, they're just being very risk adverse by not ordering a lot in.
You're definitely getting a product.
From what I gather, generally speaking, Bandai also is producing less of it.
Yes.
There's less demand, so they're producing less of it. So maybe the allocation is getting less as it's distributed around Australia. So there is a certain perception of the stock levels is selling out and they're trying to move it all. Because in Bandai's benefit, they actually want distributors to sell out.
Are they just doing... Is One Piece and Digimon... Is that it at the moment?
No. So many. All right, let's take Bandai's portfolio out. You got Dragon Ball Masters. You got Dragon Ball Fusion World. You got Bandai.
Hold on. But there's 2 Dragon Balls right now being printed.
Yeah, sure.
And then, all right, you got Dragon Ball. Oh, no, wait, sorry. You got One Piece. You got Digimon. You got San. What is it called? San. Whatever game that is.
Oh, I know that one. That one doesn't exist.
Are these all...
Sandland.
Sandland doesn't exist. That's not a real card game.
Hey.
Are these all anime riffs, are they?
Yeah.
Somewhat, yeah.
If you had to bet your money on the next up and comer, is it one of those or would it be something different?
What was that? Won't be those.
They're all lame horses.
Dying.
They're off the
Bandai collabs with Playboy. We get Playboy playing cards.
So I feel like Fusion World. Fusion
See,
World.
What you did, Danny, is exactly what how they capitalize on White Schwartz. So the White Schwartz is the Japanese card game. It's a Bushiroad
Yeah,
game?
Bushiroad.
Where the whole anime card game market is. If we want to make money out of our cards, we just got to put anime women on it.
Yeah. So I've heard. I don't know if it's the next OP set, the One Piece set, or the one after, but I have heard it's going to be quite popular because it is going to be more female related.
I relate it back to it was like back in the day, your old timey grandpa would collect Playboy cards. He'd be like, "Oh, this one was Playgirl magazine in February 2000 and whatever."
I like the ones from the 1980s and 1990s, and now in the 70s.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's read it. Okay, so you have Battle Spirit Saga. Okay.
People still do play.
Like I said, stagnant. Gundam card game, stagnant. My Hero Academia is not. Universes is not. Chrono Saga.
Universe is different.
World of Tanks. Hey, let's buy World of Tanks TCG, bro.
There's a World of Tanks.
Game?
CCG.
Why would there be a World of Tanks card game?
Yeah, but it's a CCG, not a TCG, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not called CCG anyway, right? Collectible card game, right?
Well, generally, the trading card game means it comes in random boosters. CCG comes in boosters that are preset, so you can find a list. That's generally what that means. So think of what was is it Rune Spike or
$240 a box? Should we try?
because
Because tanks are like, it's just going to be like, we have no knowledge about tanks.
nah, people would buy them.
People would buy them, but we shouldn't buy them. Can you imagine? Because like at least when we
We should
open
play them.
when we open the funny sports cards, we can be like, hey, this guy's name is,
Wait.
stupid.
Part of wave
but
one.
a tank's
First-
name is going to be like Tiger Tank
Listen.
3, 4, 5, 6. I'm like, 6.
220 cards in total.
Yeah.
Whether for collectors or players who want more cards quickly, or traders who are ready to sell product, the World of Tanks TCG is TCG.
Oh, dude, I'm so moist right now. I'm loving this tank card game. Oh, dude. Moving on.
You don't want to get moist in your tank, man. That's how you get rust.
Hey, it's stainless steel. Right. So that's about it.
Imagine if it was like modern tanks and it was like the ones from Russia where there's all the like sticky tape and like
they're running out of
containers and
resources.
shit posted all over the top of them.
Yeah. You know that Vitaly guy who he got imprisoned in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Because he's a dual citizenship with Russia and America, the Philippines decided to ship him back to Russia.
Oh,
Good.
So he might be on the front line in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's smart, eh?
Yeah. Well, it might be goodbye to old mate Vitaly, unless he can bring a camera with him to the front line.
Do you guys, are you guys into that comedy that he does? Like I'll annoy people until they react kind of comedy?
I'm not a big fan of the nuisance influencers are the worst.
Yeah.
I get a lot of, my Instagram and stuff does show me a lot of the nuisance influencers, and I get why they're popular, because young, edgy teens and such. There was one that really got me, where some girl was going around in a public park shooting people with a paintball gun.
Oh,
Which is straight up a felony.
It's just assault,
Straight
yeah.
up a felony.
Yeah.
And then she was getting mad that people were getting upset at her, because these people, obviously, they need to encourage the whole, like, hey, they're out of touch.
Surely that's peak rage bait. Surely.
100% rage bait. And then you get that Jack Dowie guy. You know that Jack Dowie
Oh
guy?
yeah, Jack Doherty.
He goes around with the big bodyguards and he purposely like antagonizes people in the streets. And then
Did
they
he
can't
like
fight
got
him 'cause
caught
he
or
has-
something?
Yeah, I feel like he's dropped off in the last year at least. Like his stuff was like egregious because you just have enormous security guards get in a fight and then the security guards
He got in
come and save
a
him.
car crash. He's crashed his Lambo, and I clicked on the headlines hoping he died, and nope, he's still alive.
Jeez.
So, hey, I'll say it plainly.
Maybe he like got close enough to God that he learned a lesson or something.
Would this world be better off if the Paul brothers were dead?
Not really. The market is very different.
I wish no harm upon anyone.
True.
Why-
He's also bringing a lot of attention to our.
Daddy can be the good cop. I'll be the bad cop. I wish death upon many people. So,
It will affect you in one way or another
Yeah.
because they are such influencers, right? That they affect the market in such a way that
no, I
has
actually don't have any animosity with the Paul brothers. I've grown up and I realized that they're fine.
has benefited you in a way or another, like boxing. Like they brought boxing out.
Correct.
If it weren't for the Logan.
Yeah.
The Paul brothers.
The Paul brothers are
I wouldn't
really
like take
reinvigorated
boxing.
this
Like
war.
I don't want to watch boxing. I just want to see them getting punched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I
then
do-
obviously Sorry, go ahead.
I do think that their personalities are a result of not themselves but the consumer.
Correct.
Because like, just the same way as like I do when I was 18, 19, I got on a truck and with my father and we did a delivery and I was like, oh, this seems like like electricity finding the easiest route to the core of the earth, right? I saw the truck and I was like, in my vision that I have right now, I can see making this work. And I turned it into a business. The pools did the same thing where they did stupid videos online and stupid people online watched them and they saw the easiest route to make themselves money. And that's not their fault. A shitty product
of the
require,
environment, right?
a shitty
We quite
product.
consumers though.
Yeah.
So they are rich because of consumers.
Yeah.
Not
Sorry,
because
somebody-
They're just
choosing to
giving what
watch
the
them.
people want.
Yeah.
And if the people
Yeah.
want controversial content, that's what they're going to give. Obviously, we have Logan Paul coming into a bit more of a spotlight now in our own card game sphere because Logan Paul has been kind of helping to promote the One Piece market. Really, the One Piece market has been on a big uprise as kind of other card games may or may not kind of be like a little bit more unstable with the market, and One Piece has very much firmly secured itself as a collectible card game alongside the playability of it. And then Logan Paul now has really jumped on. I think he's shown videos of him buying cases of One Piece. In the past, Logan Paul has told people to buy Pokemon, as Pokemon has become more of an investable market than many shares. And then he's doing the same thing for One Piece. So, and we've seen skyrocketing One Piece prices. I saw set one One Piece, the blue bottoms.
Yep.
Someone was selling for $8,000 a box.
Yes.
And cases come in a box of 12. So, That guy was happily being like,
What are
hey.
we selling for? $120.
Well, we didn't get set one.
Okay.
We didn't get set one.
This is set one pre-rata. Like,
Yeah.
is
Think of it
first.
as alpha. Magic the Gathering alpha.
Alpha, yeah.
Fair enough.
That was like 3 years
$8,000
ago.
boxes, and he was like, just some dude being like, if you want to buy it, $70,000 for the case.
Yeah.
How you gonna move? How you gonna transfer the kind of money though?
I don't know, but right now
Well, the problem is, right? It becomes such a big number that
Yeah.
you don't want to go like transfer
the
the money,
tax man
right?
comes knocking in, right?
And then it's like cash is like, hey, that's pretty thick though.
Yeah. I don't think in today's day and age you take $70,000 in cash and they'll be dodgy anyway. So
$8,000 is
realistically.
doable though, right? So that's why most likely he's just selling boxes individually.
Or just like, I'll take 2 Rolex for that.
Because people in the comment section were actually buying the boxes from him. They were DMing him, messaging him. Because I assume right now, because the market is so rich at the moment.
Did you read the
people are-
news that recently people, a rich Chinese businessman has been going to Japan to buy out PSA 10s to wash money because the what's it called? The differential of them reselling the PSA 10s is they only lose 3 to 5% instead of
That's less than
watches.
tax.
Instead of watches and other stuff that they lose like 15 to 20%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
shit.
they just because of them, they are also affecting the market because they're buying out.
They've caught on that this is a better way to take
It's an
your money out.
unnatural purchase. Like it's not because
Correct.
the consumer doesn't want it,
So
but it's an artificial
It is true
purchase.
because the last time I went to Japan, which is last year in March, I saw a lot of Chinese nationals sitting outside like sneaker dunk and stuff. They just every day there's a new stock, right? They just buy out everything.
Makes sense.
They just buy out all the PSA 10s.
It makes
everything.
sense because I've talked about this on the podcast before, but a quick way to take money through borders and like washing your money is watches, expensive watches. It's why there's so many watches in Dubai.
But you lose like quite a fair
you
bit.
lose, correct.
How
That's
much
why-
money do you think I can get for your watch in Dubai?
Depends on how much I roll on the number of the roulette wheel.
So a PSA 10, let's say a poncho and then whatever, it costs like maybe 15, 20,000, right? And then what they do is just buy a couple, 3. It's so easy to carry. So it's
Yeah.
just like you can put it into your a bum bag or your handbag, whatever.
Yeah.
And then just go to another country and sell it off, and you still maintain the market value.
Yeah,
You lose probably exchange rate.
Because we
That's
all
it.
know about that you can't carry cash. You
Yes.
can only carry X amount of cash through borders.
We're also supposed to declare anything that's valuable as well, but I guess it's harder to.
But with
track.
collectibles, it can be like up in the air, right? A card game is the values.
I'm pretty sure on your customs form, it's whether you're holding anything of value.
Yes, correct.
So you are supposed to declare it, but it's whether you do or not, and whether the person who's like checking your customs
Yeah.
or you get searched can even determine what the value of that thing is. So like again, maybe the watches is like a dying market because if you see a guy coming with 3 watches, they can easily go. Like people get caught at customs all the time, being like, "Oh, you didn't declare this."
No, watches doesn't make sense because you can't be carrying 3 watches. You only have one. Like,
Well, that's why you get.
You only wear
that's
one,
why they
right?
wear the one watch. It's
yeah,
like
correct.
An RM that's
but
like $200,000.
on cards, like certain countries like Singapore now, they check on your Pokemon. They actually check.
Can
like,
you imagine?
if
At
you
customs, you have a Pokemon expert now.
That's crazy.
no, they don't need a Pokemon expert. They just need Google.
I hope it looks like a little Pokemon like pit stop in the video games, like from
nice.
you know what I mean? Like they're like, oh, sorry, because they wave you over to the guy with the wand, like, oh, you got to go over to that station, he'll wand you. They're like, oh, you got to go over to that station over there, and it's like flashing red light, and it's like.
To be fair though, this is one
There's
of
one of those ladies in
that,
the maid costumes.
This is one of those things that AI gets a lot good at doing. Where like in customs now, they can just have AI and they'll scan your possessions and it'll be able to track out what you have.
It gets
Determine
trained.
value.
The X-ray machine gets trained to look for card
PSA
checks, right?
10s.
Honestly, yeah.
This PSA 10.
You hear the stories. A lot of people get their deck boxes checked at customs because a brick of cards in a bag looks suspicious.
Yes. No. The main thing that's suspicious is playmats in the
Really?
tube. Yes.
Oh, because it looks like a roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Playmats.
think
I
it's
always
a
get
bomb?
stopped, like check, like, is this your bag? Like, yeah.
Imagine
and then they
those-
take it out, like, it's a playmat.
So if you
Imagine those
Go.
dudes with those hentai playmats. They get put at customs. They
they get the
unroll the
same
playmat. So
So if you don't want your bag checked, guys, pro tip: buy your $30 playmat at the place and leave it there. Don't worry about it.
yeah, honestly, if you're going for a tournament, what's $30?
But some people play, like, when people, like, play card games a lot, there's, like, the lucky playmat, you know?
True.
Brings you luck. I don't know what luck, but luck, I don't know.
I went to Gameology, and when I was in Melbourne for work, and they just opened up their store and like the actual like face-to-face store, and I had the same thing. I just didn't bother bringing a playmat because it didn't sit well in my carry-on luggage. So I bought one when I was there, and I was gonna bring it back, but I bought it, and then I opened it up, and it was a miniature version of a mat. So I've got this tiny little Lothos from like Worldway, and this mini mat, and then I was sitting with these people playing Magic that I don't know with this incredibly little mat. It was so strange, and I was like sitting there, and someone passes the turn. Like normally if you're playing at a table of 4 on like a regular trestle table, your mats would bump up against each other and then create like one big rectangle. I had just like this tiny. I felt so inadequate as a man. It was like I had nowhere to put any of my cards.
It's like, hey, do I put my creatures on my mat or do I put my deck on my mat? I didn't choose, or my lands on my mat. Which one?
I love to imagine you get one of those like Armenian carpets and you just fold that out on the table.
And at the end of the night, I roll it up and I hit it with a stick to get the dust out of it.
That's crazy.
But anyway, so Logan Paul's really been accelerating. I mean, I say Logan Paul, but really it's a lot of influencers all adding together to this share of pushing the One Piece up into the forefront. I talked to a lot of people here in the community have told me now that their cards that were once worth, something is now worth skyrocketing. And there's a bit of a frantic, everyone's looking to sell because of people selling.
Of course, you have to sell it. Like
boxes.
The issue I've always tell people, right? Yeah, people's like, oh, my collection is like 10 grand now. Yeah, if you can sell it.
Yeah.
Like I always say, if you can sell it. If you can sell it, yeah, you got 10 grand. But
theoretical value.
It's like just perceived value. You got 10 grand worth, and then it's like trying to put it up on the market. I got a lot of like Perth players who are friends as well.
So William has a friend follow him around with we buy your card sign.
Like no. I mean, like they try to sell themselves because they get it higher, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not moving because no one's buying it. And then they'll come to me like, hey, are you buying cards? And I'll choose, but depends on what cards, then sell to me. But
there's an old adage in like sales where it's like if you build it, they will come. But that's not necessarily true in these markets. You need to know where to build and how to market to the customers that are going to come across and buy it. So it's dependent. So when someone goes, I'm just going to sell all my cards at the top rate on Facebook Marketplace, that doesn't necessarily translate. You could get lucky, and if you're in you get
lucky, you can sell one or two cards, but you have still got like 20 more cards that you can't move.
How often? I guess because you're mostly through online. How often are you having conversations with people where they want to sell you their cards? Then you obviously you provide a lower rate because the whole point is you're going to resell them, and then they seem disappointed they're not going to get the rate that they think they're going to get.
Nowadays I would just ask them to put it onto my buy list on my website. They will know the price. If they want it, then just press yes. If they don't want it, then don't
The
have to ask
thing
me,
I
right?
normally tell people is give it a week, see if you can sell the card, give it a week or two, and then if you can't, come back and see me.
Yeah.
That's the diplomatic approach.
I guess that is the difference for us being a face-to-face store. You quite often having that conversation. You can see the disappointment in their face, but I'm just like, you have that conversation. Look, the whole point is that we're going to resell it and make a margin in there somewhere. That margin has to come from somewhere effectively, right?
The big one as well is that people see the headlining price tag values on say Card Kingdom and TCG Player, but the problem is that is a retail store putting up their value to try and sell it, right? When realistically, if you're selling person to person, it's more up to the buyer. It's more up to what if someone actually is willing to offer you for the card. So, and that usually will actually still be under a Card Kingdom value. And then there's this thing of people who don't really understand the market. They feel like they're getting undercut and they're being lowballed a little bit. If someone's offering let's say $1,000 card, right? And a buyer is willing to buy it for $600. And they feel like, that's such a lowball value. But is it though? You ask around, maybe the average person is only willing to offer $600. That is the correct value. The $1,000 value is the retail market value.
Correct. And at the end of the day, it's just a piece, it's just a card at the end of the day. So Jesse and Trent and some of the boys came in and played Commander on the Saturday night or Friday night, right? And Jesse had been eyeing off that Rog Rack, the one that was the Final Fantasy reprint of it.
The big one.
And the market value is $670. And the boys were trying to egg Jesse on to buy it, and they come and look at it for the third time because it's $670, right? It's a fair bit of money.
It's a Final Fantasy the promo, the tournament promo.
Oh yeah.
It's really it's pretty expensive, and the boys had bought a few things like sleeves and stuff like that. And I was like, Jesse, if you buy it right now, buy it right now. I'll do it for $500, but you got to answer right now. And he's like, oh, yeah, and he does it. And they bought it for $500, and then they sat around and they stuck around and they bought it. I was like, yes, Jesse, let's go. But at the end of the night, the boys hung around and they also really appreciated like the deal. So by the end of it, it was definitely worth it because there's a few more deck boxes and sleeves and like things bought. And I was like, oh, banging. And I was like, a perfect way. We'd had a pretty good day that day because of the releases. It also snuck us over the next financial point of like having a day. And I was like, let's get it done. So and the thing is like, it's hard. Like you and I can probably have those interactions with customers and then like customers appreciate it. Whereas like, I think if you're training staff, you'd have to really trust your staff to be able to make those deals.
It's like closing the deal, right?
Yeah, in a way that you want. Because even like $170 discount is a big amount of discount. But it's like there's also the like, who is the person? Are they like, maybe this is someone who just comes into the store that doesn't come regularly and doesn't spend money all the time. Maybe it's not worth that deal. You know what I mean? But if it's someone's going to come back regularly and you know, maybe has a good job or does this or does that, it's like, oh, this is like a good investment into the future.
You find the right person to sell to because you know that he's playing that card. He's already someone that is willing to collect the high value items, and you just got to kind of work around with it and play around with it.
He did shove it straight into a deck, and then I was happy. I kept the store open a couple extra hours because I was like, he's spent it. I'll let him play with it. Of course.
So I know how to make Danny spend money. Just sell him some old foils.
I am a bit of a sucker for like a Mercadian Mask or Scourge foil or something.
Oh, really? Danny, I have a lot of old foils that I want to sell. Like the I still have the day Angus, right? The plumber, right? He asked me like, hey, do you have a couple of covers for sale? I said, I do actually. I do have the original Tom and couple of covers in foil. Yeah.
That's easy 4 digits.
I was like, and then I saw it. I just the whole deck, right? I built a supposedly Sheldred deck as my commander. It was just sitting outside my house. I didn't realize that. I opened it. Hey, that's quite a lot of good cards here. I saw like a couple.
When you say it was sitting outside your house, what do you mean?
Packing boxes still?
Like just outside, where my patio is. Yeah, it was sitting there.
Hey, was it lucky you didn't get hit by the weather?
Nah, it's just in the deck box.
Hey, where do you live again?
You don't know, but it's inside my house now.
Have you ever come across a original Kamigawa? The foil is this Shizuoku land where it gives a creature fear.
Oh, Shizo.
Black one.
Yeah.
I think I have the Shizo land, but not in OG foil. But I have the
the
mystery
Kamigawa.
No, I don't want that little mystery booster symbol. Yeah. I want the original one. I've never seen one for sale.
Those Kamigawa foils are real pretty.
But the mystery one is a bit matte.
Kamigawa was like
the print
2001. Man.
What, 2001?
When was Kamigawa?
Nah, it's like 2006 or 7 or somewhere in there.
Still 20 years.
Yeah. But yeah, I've never seen the foil, and then when you see them come up on like Shop Fans or Facebook places or whatever, now I get catfished by that mystery symbol all the time.
It's okay.
I'll click on it and I'm
right. Danny, I will compile all my old foils and let you choose first before I put it on my site.
I've been so well behaved lately. I have opened one booster pack for Lorwyn prior to the release just to have a look. Like I always open one. And I've not opened a single other booster pack. I've been so well behaved. I'm so proud of myself.
I've finally opened my Chocobo bundles.
Yes.
All of them.
Did you do well?
Oh, I did very well.
Snapcaster Mages, huh?
I have only one Snapcaster Mage. But check this out. I have so many VVs.
Oh my god,
you got so many VVs.
I got like 5 Cloud Meat Guards, 7 VVs. 40 Tivas to...
The tricky part is, are people still buying VVs?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, they've dropped down in price enough now. Still over 100, but not not the 2 to 300 they were.
That people are buying them for Commander. They're actually happy to pull the trigger on the Commander decks. And
I think it's an incredibly good Commander, and if you don't play as a Commander, it's an easy staple.
Dude, we had that conversation the other night where I was like, maybe I'll start moving on some of my Magic cards. And then they came out with Secret Lair Fallout again, dude.
I know.
Again. Season 2 of the TV show came out.
Just sell
Wizards
some of it.
Was like, hey, here's another Secret Lair Fallout.
I've just stuck to 2 decks now. Just keep that 2 decks. My Dragon deck is going to be like, just keep foiling it. Everything else, sell.
Yeah. Are you the Dragon guy now? Is that your ID? Is that what
I just want. I mean, I already done so much work in it. Yeah. So I know with a Cleric deck, you put so much work in it.
Correct,
You just keep it up. Like that deck, you just put full attention, and is actually not expensive when you're just buying one card every 6 months.
I do want a foil replenish, and I think they're like $700.
That's all right. I think you should buy it right now.
I think I should sell off a whole other deck and just get a foil replenish for my clinic.
I want to get Wheel of Fortune foil.
Ooh, that's like $2,000, right?
Yeah, it's $2,000, but it's okay. But it's not going to get reprinted, number one.
Yeah,
that's correct.
And I can sell my old Wheel of Fortune, like I can get it like $700.
I assume it's the Judge foil one you're going to find.
Yeah. There's only Judge foil there. So that's the only foil. Then I think the rest is all fine. I can just get it. It's not really, really super.
Did you see that Japanese store that got in a bit of hot water because it had created proxies of the numbered cards?
foiling, yeah.
So you know the new Lorwyn cereal
I
card.
thought that they were doing that because they wanted to have sample images rather than having the actual product on
They
shelves.
did, but they were almost
good.
perfect replicas.
Yeah.
So it had a sample sticker.
Was the coast were like, where are you doing this from?
Yeah,
What's going on?
exactly. I think it's kind of like having a Porsche, and then your neighbor also has a Porsche, but it just says like he paid like a quarter of the price for it.
Yeah.
But on the bottom of the bumper, it just says this is not a real Porsche. Be like, if it looks the same, drives the same, and it costs less money, what's the difference? So I don't know, but it was incredibly close market to it, and I think anybody who's pulling serial numbered cards doesn't want to know
Have theirs feel invalidated.
Yeah, but I do have to, as a store owner, and seeing, especially, I don't know if this is happening as much in other parts of the world. I know that there's a really big news in America because it was in New York City, I think it was, and they raided the front of the store. It was a Pokemon store. But over here in Australia, we're having huge issues with break-ins.
Have you seen the recent store in New York?
Oh,
Two person came in with guns.
Guns, yeah. While it was open,
like
so they
now that people know this stuff is worth money, and this point now, there are people smart enough to realize this is no different than jewelry. This is like when you have thousands of dollars in a single item.
It's true.
It's basically just jewelry.
In all the big jewelry stores, you have security guards.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I've seen people like steal cards which are serialized.
Of course,
That's the dumbest shit ever. Because you can never sell that shit in open market anymore.
Yeah, because that one person had it prior.
Yeah, like it's taken a photograph. This number is stolen, and you can't sell it again. That's I don't see the point.
It's like stealing electrical equipment that has registered numbers on it. You're like,
can you imagine like the thief, like you know, like how they chip off the VIN number? Chip off.
No, where you trying to
just scrubbing the cereal,
try and turn a 4 into a 2.
My cereal is rubbed off. You know,
I like the idea. It's like a whole network, like an actual like underground mafia thing where they have pawns. They have fences. They have fences that take the card internationally and then sell it somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a whole system in place.
They seal it back into a pack and then they open it. They're like, oh, look what I pulled.
Whoa.
the same
Postman was one of one ring.
Yeah, it is strange how it's going, and like anything that's hot, it can't last like this forever.
No.
Something will shift and change, but like it's always like, what does it shift to? Because something like, you know, we talk about like Labubus or and shoes, right? Labubus were new, hot for like 5 seconds, and they're out again. Shoes have been hot since the 90s, and they've been like this. That resale market has been scaling. Something like One Piece comes in, it's brand new, whereas Pokemon cards has been hot again for nearly 20, 30 years. So it's like, there's no rhyme or reason to it. And as people who work in this industry and are operating a business in there, it's kind of like getting on a bucking bull and just seeing where the next thing comes from. And like, do you adjust in time to try and make some money from it and survive? Because like, you know, if we invested all our money into X amount of these other games that have come out, would they have caused, like, you know, if Digimon came out and we were like, we're going to go all in Digimon because we think this is going to be the next thing, and there's no reason for me to believe that it could not have been over One Piece. Like, what was the deciding factor between those two things? How would I know if I don't follow either one of those animes, right? There'll be stores out there that did all Digimon and they're in serious hot water right now.
Yeah. The trick is that it just, I think the hype is going to stay in card games for a while. The card game market is large enough and there's enough variety in the card game market that it can sustain itself indefinitely for quite a while.
Though.
And then maybe eventually shifts back around to being watches again, maybe shifts back around to being shoes again. You don't know, but
it
it's
really
always
depends on the
economy
economy as well. You know that
Correct.
like this year the RBA is going to hike up their interest rates as well a couple of times.
A lot of people run. Even like the precious metals. There's the hype market in the precious metals right now. Gold and silver and even copper right now.
It's too expensive. Like they can't. I mean, I understand gold is gold
Because of the inflation.
but because of the value is so high, it affects a lot of market. It affects the semiconductor market.
Correct.
It affects a lot of markets, and this causes a lot of other markets to stall as well because
Correct.
you can't have chips going up too expensive.
Yeah.
And
So
then
I don't know if you guys know, but you know how there's a big RAM shortage because the AI centers and all the production right now is requiring so much production. The chips require RAM. So what happened is a lot of the RAM manufacturers have gone back a generation to using DDR4 RAM, and even that is starting to sell out.
It uses less gold.
It's just cheaper to manufacture and uses less, right? It's not necessarily gold. It's more about demand. It's because the
Just how much they can produce.
how much they can produce of the newest generation. They've gone back now. They've launched up the factories again to launch DDR4 RAM. That's selling out. They're launching back one more generation. We're back to DDR3 RAM.
Really?
Some manufacturers are remanufacturing DDR3 RAM.
What year would that have been? Like
2010.
holy moly.
Yeah.
You know, people always complain, especially older people always complain about computers, how, you know, you buy it and it's obsolete in a year. And now you're like, not now.
baby.
2010 computers are.
We're back. It's so hot right now.
Does it work in reverse? Like you buy a computer today and next year you're in the future? Well, I guess you already are in the future. You're double in the future because they're going backwards.
Yeah.
You're moving 40 and they're
back
moving
to the
backwards. You're
future.
doubling your time. Yeah.
It's
So I can load up some of our old shitty work computers and be like, this is new now. Or I guess I literally have 4 PC towers floating around. I wonder if some of those things are like worthwhile.
You can extract
pulling
the
out.
gold, bro.
Yeah, take the RAM out of them.
Take mercury and extract the gold.
honestly, yeah.
Lucas's mum has been trying to get me to download all of the photos and stuff from like Lucas when he was a kid off like multiple different computers, and I keep forgetting to do it, and it's like it's such a I'm gonna have to send, especially the one that died at the shop. Like I was using one of my home computers just to save a bit of money, and there was a power outage or something, and it fried the computer, and now the storage on it is cooked, and I know that one definitely had irreplaceable child memory.
It's that one there. It's probably not cooked. The actual part of the SSD that holds the data might still be good. The flash storage part of it is probably still good. You can take to someone that can probably get it out.
Does time affect it? Like if I leave it, should just be there. Like it shouldn't make a difference.
There's
Good. I can leave for another 10 years.
data extractors. They charge by the amount of bytes you extract.
Yeah. The good news is that it's photos and videos, so it's probably not going to be a lot. Most of the time when they charge a lot, it is for industry. Like
Yeah.
we have a big old company that's like, oh, fuck, we need that back.
Yeah, true. There's probably people coming with like hundreds of thousands of gigabytes of data that needs to recover it or whatever. Or they're trying to find something specific in that data. They don't need all of it, but they need to have access to all of it so they can search through it.
Nowadays, a lot of companies just upload their stuff to like secure
Cloud,
clouds.
right?
Yeah, the cloud.
And it gets hacked, and then like, oh, sorry.
It's the companies are usually insured. Like if Amazon gets hacked, they have a big insurance policy to be like, hey, if we get hacked, we pay. For
I don't understand. Like,
It's also the sorry instead of the like, oh, we won't stop it happening, but we'll give you $20 because you've lost all your personal
I don't understand
details.
though. Like, how do they get hacked so easily? Like all the time.
Most of the time, it's not actual hacking, as in like penetrating through the system. It's more about like human error. Like it's just someone inside the business went oopsies and plugged in the wrong USB.
Yeah, I don't know how much I talked about at the time, but my business profile from the government got like hacked. But like King saying, it's not something. I don't think there was coders in the background like rampantly pressing keys. It was from the government side. Their own like portal had been accessed by people, and they changed other people's like ABN numbers on their like MyGov accounts, but completely from their end, not mine. So they called me at some point, this is a couple of years ago now, and complaining that I hadn't updated something, or that I'd updated something but not done it properly, and I was like, I haven't updated anything, and they're like, and then they'd like look through it, and it was like my ABN on there was different, and they created a new ABN with a different tax profile, and then they'd managed to get, I think I actually did touch it a little bit, but they'd managed to get a huge rebate on my tax, and it was something like $180,000, which is nowhere near, like, I don't think I've ever got a rebate more than like $2,000 the way that we run, like the way we run it. So I was like, they were like, oh, this is not you, right? I'm like, and I had to go through like an identification process to prove that it wasn't me, which is a very, very odd process of like trying to prove that I am me, but not that like whatever they had done. And I was like, trust me, I don't know anything about computers. And eventually they came back and like, oh, we have had a huge system issue where a number of other people had these same problems. And they were just like, okay. And I was like, so I'm good, right? And they were like, yeah, you will be. It'll be a while, but you'll be fine. And
it's the phone call where they go, can you hold?
Yeah.
And you have to wait for 30 minutes being, now what?
The main point was like, it's very unsettling that the ATO was just so easily like duped. Not only that there was a problem, but they just assumed it was me. And I was like, nobody, not that smart. Yeah. I am truck driver. Maybe you want to go find your like international hackers in another place.
A lot of times it is just the human element is the weakest link.
Now,
you can fortify all your settings and you can fortify all like your physical security. But at the end of the day, a human's got to use all that, and it's the weakest link.
Some gumnut puts like a government worker loads his like to play RuneScape at an airport or something, and
his login is the same login as his RuneScape login. You know what I mean? So
it's crazy.
You actually get in the real like big businesses and stuff. Their security is like legitimately like military level, but like the security clearances for different floors, key cards, biometrics, just to stop the physical espionage to happen sometimes as well. Because you get a dude who actually tries sneaking into the building and getting secrets
and just takes the thing.
Yeah, that happens all the time. So, and then as like in my cybersecurity field, you learn about all these stories of how. Like someone was like outside of a Wall Street building and he was giving away free USB sticks, being like, hey, this he's like marketing. Oh, it's actually just like my company name on the USB drive, and he gives them to some guy. He's like, oh, I got a free 64 gigabyte USB. I might as well use it to put my work on it. And then just exfils all his data.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
I know there was I don't know if like in the early 2000s there was things where you just leave a USB drive around.
Correct.
And people were like, oh, free USB, but it had malware on it and stuff like that.
It happens all the time. Yeah. Back in my day, it was like you download the wrong like video game mod. And it's like, oh, now my computer is trying to blow up. My poor laptop. That poor laptop I had as a child was just a testing ground for everything. And I think I gave it the equivalent of like computer HIV. that poor thing was gone, dude. It was like a little play laptop that I used to install video games on. I remember back in the day when you go to a public library and you could rent out video games, DVDs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Back in my local library back when I was a kid, you could go out and you can go get like video game CDs, rent them out, and be like, oh, sick. And you can install games. Like, this is how I played Age of Empires 2 and Star Wars Knights.
Library has games. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was missing out.
My parents would be like, oh, yeah, okay, he's got to go get books and read and be all educated. I'm like, something to Mom.
I'm taking the Age of Empires today.
How did it work around the like locking out of a computer? Like,
most of the time, once you gave the CD back, you wouldn't be able to play it. But some games just let you install it and you can keep it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Damn, that was definitely against the game's
serial number there.
code of use.
Yeah. Who cared back then, right?
Yeah.
Back then, everyone was burning Xbox games on CD drives
Serial
and
key.
passing them around. So burning songs.
Serial key has been there for ages, though. No.
I know there was something recently where the island guy, which we don't have to talk about specifically, but he's
Island guy.
Yeah,
Come on, William. Jog your memory. Big guy, big real important guy got arrested, has a list of things, owns an island.
Oh, yeah.
The back of his laptop was posted up and it had a Windows serial key on it.
Oh, yeah.
And,
people use it.
People were using it to log into and get an infinite Microsoft
So
products.
those kind of product keys are the same product keys they give towards like hardware shops and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are the reusable keys you can just use over and over again.
It's kind of like Nando's Black Card where you can just...
Is that Nando's Black Card?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I was.
There's like 9 of them that exist in the whole world.
Nando's Black Card.
Yeah.
I used to have a friend who worked in like a hardware shop, and whenever I need to install Windows and stuff, I'll just be like, "Hey, bro, can I just like pinch a Windows key off you real quick?" So, because they can just generate Windows keys for free. They just because for their business, they just keep pumping out Windows keys. You have to pay for it. Which is why I tell no one to actually buy Windows. No, like if you're hearing this, never like when you download Windows and install Windows, you can see a little bottom part of your screen that says activate Windows. Never click that.
Yeah,
don't actually give Microsoft your money. Just go to any key reseller online and they'll sell your Windows key for $12.
You say that, but for 12 months we had to look at Sahara animals at our computer game.
Yeah, that's because I was lazy and I didn't do it.
Wait, Nando's Black Card.
And then I did the same thing. I just paid some Russian guy $12 and gave me a Windows key.
Great.
Yeah. Instead of paying Microsoft like $200.
We just found out it's just a Russian guy who comes to the club. He works for Microsoft.
Hell yeah. John Microsoft.
John Microsoft.
Legit American citizen. John Microsoft.
Oh, you know who has it? What's that guy's name?
What?
It's your
What
Ed
brand?
Sheeran has it.
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, Nando's black card.
Why?
Why the rich getting black card for?
It's just the opulence, right?
Oh, yeah, you should give like some poor dude to have a black card.
If you could have the equivalent of the Nando's black card for any franchise restaurant, what would it be?
restaurant.
Yeah.
That's a good ass.
Yeah. If you could just sit down and
I feel like
have a
Nando's is
free
pretty
meal
up there. It's
every
like
time.
fairly healthy in the scheme of things.
Like it has to
But,
be
but
like
it's like a black card, so you can use it as much as you want. You want it to be something that has variety.
Is
As well, right?
Nobu's
No.
Nobu is a chain,
It's a
right?
franchise.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
how
it's a
much
chain.
sushi can you keep eating?
well, it's not just sushi.
Oh wait,
it's steak.
No, yeah. So it's a steak place. I thought Nobu was a steak place.
No,
isn't it?
Nobu has steak, but it's not a steak place.
What's the steak one at the casino?
Rockpool?
Rockpool. Is that a chain?
Only two.
That's
Categorically, that's a franchise.
You can go to like Five Guys or whatever.
yeah. Oh, you
We
know
don't have a Five Guys here in Australia.
We do.
We do?
Yeah, Melbourne.
Doesn't count.
Melbourne has it. I always have Five Guys in Melbourne, next to Crown.
Those Porto tenders have been hitting pretty hard, but
Yeah.
I feel like if I was to use my one black card on a Porto, I don't think that's going to survive forever.
Let us know in the
so-
comment section if you could have the
I want
unlimited.
I want like a black card for any Korean barbecue in the world.
Are they in chains? Or for just every?
Nah.
Every.
I'd be so fat.
Give me the 7-Eleven black card for the 7-Eleven convenience section. No, not the fuel. I'll pay for fuel. I'll be a good citizen. I'll pay for fuel. But like, just like I go to 7-Eleven so much right now just to grab random shit.
The Mrs. Max pie consumption has gone
yeah.
through the roof.
Exactly.
Rich you. So expensive.
I could just do McDonald's
Nah,
and then
7-Eleven is the cheapest one in my area.
What convenience store?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
convenience store, not like Woolworths. It's clearly more
I'm not,
expensive than Woolworths.
not
but
buying groceries. I barely eat as is. I just want to go in there and grab like I think it's like a $4.50 Monster.
yeah.
It's not expensive. $4.50.
Nah, some places are selling Monsters for like $6,
How much is
$7.
that Woolies?
Yeah, a lot of petrol stations are $6-7 now. Woolworths is like I think $5.60 or something.
For a Monster?
I also don't think they're $4.50 out of 7-Eleven, but I'll let him have it.
What is so expensive, bro?
You just go to the board.
Sorry, $5.40.
Just drink water.
I got the numbers wrong way around. Yeah, $5.40.
It's crazy. So expensive.
I could just do McDonald's, and every time there's a Burger Boy order, we just Uber Eats the McDonald's to the shop and then put it in a Burger Boy box and send it out. Is it like the black card? Because it's free.
Oh, it's
see?
steamed hams again.
Infinite money glitch, buddy.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Not bad.
I actually feel like
Ed Sheeran starts his own
his own Nando's just next
his
to
own
Nando's.
grilled chicken business.
Just a hole in the wall.
The same thing as pubs where they have the bottle right next to the pub.
Yeah.
So-
We're not allowed to do takeaways, but if you just go right there, you can. So, okay.
How's the singles market working out for you?
It's all right. It's pretty good. It's healthy at the moment.
My
Healthy.
computer's real mad at me. It keeps telling me to update my virus and threat protection.
You know how we're organizing our website at the moment, right? Mm-hmm. Have you thought about we're kind of conceptualize how we want the website to look? Have you considered making it look like how do I put it? You know, like hot singles in your area. We could have it the front of the website pop up like that, but it's cool cards that people really want.
Do we want our website to look like a virus? Is that what we want? It's one of those ones where someone clicks on the website and is like, this place is going to steal my credit card info.
Some would say shilling piece of expensive cardboard to people is kind of like a virus anyway.
I think the average person wants to go to a website and feel like their credit card is safe. I
had a mate and he had a little dinghy, and so he put on the side of his dinghy in the same imagery, like Pornhub. He did Prawn Hub. So
that's pretty funny.
And it's that black and gold
Yeah.
in the squares. Like we could do. I guess there already is a card hub, but we could do card hub and then have hot singles in your area. Really lean into it.
The card hub place does lean into the Pornhub thing as well, I believe.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do a little bit of that tongue in cheek as well.
No, is it?
I think so, don't they?
No.
Well,
Instead of card hub, we're just porn cards.
porn cards. I guess porning is also like a PAEWN is a term used for like shilling goods.
They did use that already in that TV show, Porn Stars. So
Just, I don't know. Singles good.
You know, over the years, the porn stars thing has been caught out quite a few times for not knowing at all what they're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh, heaps. Absolutely. Heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps.
Yeah.
So they're really bad on like soccer stuff because they've got literally know what they're talking about. And the amount of times they've had signed shirts from someone and they're like, oh, this was like the Ronaldo. And it's like, no, he was nothing like that whatsoever. But they've also, basically anything where they call in an expert, it's all completely fake. And there's just an actor, like a part-time actor that comes in. And if you look in any of the comments on any of the social medias with that person, it's like someone will be like, oh, I'm a geologist. And that is not at all what that is. Like they're
Can you imagine, like,
they've just made everything
This
up.
guy, my mate of mine, owns a store down the road, and he's always free to come down to my store and do it for free.
That's exactly the point. So it'd be like, it might be like a piece of like George Washington memorabilia, and they'll have an expert come in and explain about his walking cane the guy has. And then someone from like a museum will be like, come on there and be like, none of that's true. Like literally none of what they just said is true. And it's like, it's all just made up to like add time in the show.
All right, guys, I want to just call a mate of mine who's a trucking expert. I want to call him right now and see he's free to come down and check on your truck. Like, hey, Daddy, you get free to come?
Yeah.
Hell no.
I do it when anybody sells, like, I come
Just
to like,
one time on the TV show, I want them to dial a number, and the guy just hangs up on them.
yeah. They dial a friend. The friend's like, hey, fuck off, bro.
I'm so busy, bro. I'm in like Bunbury doing this delivery.
one of the younger guys on the TV show, I think he's not one of the ones related to the family. He started his own thing where he.
I know Chum Lee.
But
Yeah.
he does Pokemon videos.
Yeah, Chum Lee.
Oh, Chum Lee's it?
Yeah.
He's in the
He's
Pokemon
a sneaker
sphere.
guy, card guy.
I guess if you already have the wherewithal to buy and sell, you might as well get into the
Yeah, he
collectible
goes
market.
to like con and buy like Pokemons as well. Yeah, the guy. I think him as a brand is bigger than like the Rick and the guys. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that whole porn star thing is also like a specific age generation of people that are likely to go to those things.
Yeah,
You guys ever go to like a Salvos and like see if there's a bargain there?
No,
I've tried it
I
every
wanted
single time
to,
I've
but I
gone in.
never had like.
Feel dirty going in.
Yeah.
I've tried. I don't know where people are finding all the good stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I walk in and it is just like old grandma clothes and like toys. And
In
stuff.
the early days, you could snag Warhammer deals there quite often because they didn't know what they were doing. But I think the internet has helped people those places become more savvy on
The
what is
Facebook
actually worth something,
Marketplace
what's not.
exists.
Yeah.
Right. And that's for the Facebook Marketplace is for the middle-aged mom now, where instead of going to Salvos and flicking off all your dresses, you just pop it on Facebook Marketplace. So it's the way to go. Can't fit in your dress anymore? $30, Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace is the worst.
It is the worst.
Oh, dude, it's a cesspit. But I love it. I antagonize people on that all the time. People message me about like if I can cut my deals on like drop my sales and like my numbers down, my cheaper and stuff. Why am I struggling with words? All I needed to say was just they were trying to lowball me.
I like the idea that someone asked Kane for a deal and they just see the ad update to be $10 more.
It went up.
But so anyway,
I wonder if that would force a speedy sale if they every day you just put it up by $10 and they're like, oh shit, I better get it while it's low. You know, the opposite of
I think
waiting.
I'm more likely to get stabbed. So you know when you get like the address and it's like this is the middle of nowhere, buddy.
Yeah, why is this in the Pines?
Yeah. The recent addition to Northern Boards as well, we have the brand new section where the podcast used to be because now we've got moved into a new space.
It's called the plushie section.
Yeah, we have a dedicated section now for all our collectibles, toys, and pop vinyls and such.
Board Smart.
Board
It's
smart.
It's see what I do there?
it's like a zine edition.
Board Smart.
So, but we have a dedicated space now where everything's
Zing
on display
bots.
now. It looks better,
Bot EB bots.
but it's a great edition. Come down to Northern Boards, check it out.
Did you hear the EB boards in New Zealand shut down?
EB games, bro, not EB
Oh, I
bots.
think
You got him, dude.
they were
got him.
pre-shut down. All of the EB games in New Zealand shut down. And as this guy, the anti-Bunnings, anti-EB games guy, proud. I'm so excited. Because GameStop in America shut down a huge amount of their stores. And New Zealand shut down all of their stores. And Australia shut down a lot of their stores.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be... sorry for all those people that lost their jobs. Feel bad for that. But you work for a tyrant overlord conglomerate. So...
That's why EB Games
prepared.
is rapidly trying to reshape their structure to being a card game shop.
But is there... we're card game guys.
But it's not sustainable because they live in supermarkets.
Correct. Is there enough margin in card games to... Like, we all work hard. We all work incredibly hard to make the money we make. Is there the margin in card games for a place in a shop with a bunch of casual staff who aren't as dedicated to having the outcome that we have? Sometimes we might give the the impression that we're making so much money or making a crazy amount of money, but it's only the money we do make is only because of the incredible amount of work we do. Like you're in there packing and opening cards, like you said, especially when releases come out, it's hundreds of hours of like taking of opening packs, organizing, putting them in things into the website and stuff. And it's not like you have a team of people doing that. It's you slugging those hours out. Whereas at EB Games, there's a bunch of casual staff, a lot of like middle management, all these overhead costs. Like, is there enough game, even with the cost of One Piece stuff rising, enough for them to survive inside a shopping center? I just can't see how that happens.
I think it's one of those ones where
I can't bring it.
they see the downfall coming. So like, let's say theoretically there's 100 stores and they need to restructure themselves. And if it means that a bunch fall, but they're still left with 30 stores that are sustainable off of it, at least it still survives.
It's true.
Maybe the online stores.
Because they see in the end, right?
know.
Because EB Games, GameSpot, they're the same thing, right? They do see the inevitable end as people are just buying games digitally now. So they know they have to restructure. And they've been trying things and things aren't sticking. Because they're trying the toy thing, the Zing thing. It worked out well for a little moment, but it's not sticking.
People just get it from Temu.
It's got to keep shifting, right?
Temu is the number one way. Temu products are not bad.
Is it? It's just a shot in the dark.
I have bought a lot of stuff for my office from Temu. Unfortunately, it's pretty good.
My main problem is when you search anything now on Google, you only get Temu ads. When I'm trying to find I was trying to find something from like Officeworks or whatever it was the other day, and I couldn't find any local sellers. I could only find Temu.
Have you found? Do you know the Temu hack? So you got two accounts, all right?
Huh?
You have to have an Amazon account and you have to have a Temu account. So you look at Amazon on what you want. You found it, take that and put it in Temu.
So you just copy paste the name of it?
Yep. Buy it from Temu and buy it from Amazon.
Oh, because on Amazon,
you get it next day, right? Amazon, you get it next day?
Yeah.
And then Temu comes in 2 weeks' time. You return it to Amazon.
So you look for a thing on Temu and you take the name and you search it.
Oh, you return the Amazon thing, the Temu thing to Amazon. Wow.
That's
you
what they
cash in
did.
on the Amazon benefits of like same day delivery and such.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what people are doing.
Is there like I know when you I bought a few things for the shop and I bought it through Dick Smith, which is a Australian retailer, but they are definitely just drop shipping from the team.
Definitely.
Thing. But it's because it's literally exactly the same thing. But I in my mind, falsely or truthfully convinced myself that if I bought it through an Australian website, that there's some extra level of safety. Is there, or
It's
am I
mainly
like
because I go on Temu's website and it looks like it's going to give my computer HIV.
Oh, it instantly has that spin wheel thing come up.
Yeah.
And as a millennial of the internet, the spin wheel thing coming up is to me the biggest red flag.
Any website that throws a pop up at me, I just my muscle memory is immediately hitting.
So far, I bought.
It's so funny. I'm exactly the same.
I bought quite a fair bit of stuff for my TCG stuff from Temu, and they all came pretty good.
Yeah,
I've
it's
bought
just the website. I
even
that website.
thermal blankets for my windows, like for my office, because it's too hot. They arrived pretty good.
Yeah, it's no different than the same thing, right? Like I used to buy a lot of stuff off eBay, and very much eBay is just relisting stuff from big warehouses and wholesalers from China.
Right.
Same deal as Temu. So
Temu just undercutting them right now. So if you want to get noise canceling shit, hey, Temu.
I guess Temu really is just the new PayPal because there's quite a few people online on Instagram that do series where they'll buy the things that they think are going to be pretty bad from Temu just to see how bad they are. And there's a lot of you'll buy a couch and then they just send you a photo of a couch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's a lot of that happening, which is that was the big PayPal scam was you'd buy an Xbox, but in the description somewhere it said picture of an Xbox.
Correct.
You just receive a picture and you're like, fuck.
So recently we had an issue with one of the One Piece marketplace where this guy is from eBay, right? He's been buying all the high-end stuff of One Piece from people. So people send it to him, and then he will file a item not as described, and he puts a Japanese card instead.
Oh, so
Yeah.
the AI automatically picks up.
No. He just keep reporting it. He has been buying 10 items. He reports 10 items, and then his address is there. His name is there. It's pretty stupid.
I see what he's doing.
He's just trying to scam.
He's disputing to eBay.
Yeah.
Correct.
So his version of a card.
And then he'll buy a bunch of
card.
cards from you. Let's say $2, and then one is $70, $2. And then he'll say the $70 was not in the $2, the whole shipment. and then he asked for like a refund.
So he's done this multiple times then?
Yeah, he's done this a lot of times to a lot of people who complain about him on the group. And now a lot of people know, because initially he was using his own home address. And then later he used a parcel locker.
Yeah, okay.
So that people already know, like shown his address. So like you got die. Like people know your house now.
On eBay, can you pre-block a customer?
Yeah, you can pre-block the customer, which I already did, but
doesn't stop people getting scammed in the first place.
But the thing is, I'm so surprised that eBay is still letting him do all the chargeback, because that's usually if you complain about item not as described once, it's fine. But if you do it 10 times,
how it's not picking it up.
It's very sus.
Like even Uber Eats will get you if you complain about every order that's arrived.
Yeah.
Even if it's valid, it'll be like it's just like a third time in a week. Like
what's going on, bro?
Yeah.
So that guy's scamming.
I feel like there's the term like inshittification has been increasing dramatically across the board, where things like PayPal that used to be good, responsive, and had customer like service doesn't have that anymore.
No.
So I don't know if you do your own like bookkeeping software, but like whether you use Maya or Xero, do you use either one of those?
Xero.
So Xero started, because I've used both. Xero started like 10 years ago. So much better. It was so much better than MyOb. The new technology, it was really good for what it does. And over time, they've added features. They've taken features away. You can't contact people for customer service anymore. And I feel like Xero is a perfect example of a thing that it came into the market to be better than MyOb, and now is as bad, if not worse, than MyOb is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
because they realize costs. They realize MyOb's like waiting for like. When you're in the business long enough, and like let's say you're in truck driving, right? And then a newcomer comes and he did something like certain pricing is cheaper, and then you just sit back like we'll see how long you last. You know what I'm saying? Because you already been through it. You know that your overhead's gonna be this much. It's guaranteed this much. You can't go below this price.
Correct. Yeah.
And if you're undercutting the market to get in the market share, you can't last long. Pretty much what a lot of these new startups is they're trying to get market share, and then once they get the market share, they become the market, the cesspit they try to avoid, right?
Yeah,
it averages out the market average.
Pretty much, because you can't sustain. There's no profitability. That's you just can't sustain that kind of operation with the kind of market share. Like you have 10,000 clients, you just can't sustain it at the kind of level you're in.
I do know, like a lot of large corporate companies go in knowing they're going to lose money for the next 5 years to gain them
market share,
right?
And then resell the whole shit.
The problem, and you're right. Like a lot of the time, they will just adjust after a certain point, and then usually what happens, the founders sell out to a larger corporate company. That corporate company comes in, does a restructure, and now it just becomes like a copy paste of everything else, and it can run from there. But the problem is, does it kill things along the way as people move over to the thing that is theoretically better, but is only better for now, and you lose some good stuff? And that's always just the competition market, I guess, for sure. But at the end of the day, it's the consumer that loses out when they think they're getting a better product, but they're just getting lied to.
It's the same thing with Binary Post issue, right?
Yeah,
Binary Post started off as the best, and then now Binary Post has.
For our listeners, Binder POS is a card inventorying backend that's used for a lot of like big businesses like Good Games and most of the other card game shops.
Yeah, so Binary Post has now become like one of the worst platform out there, and there's a couple of new platforms that is like way more better, supported, just way more supported, small teams. But they realize that some of these companies realize that charging that kind of money, like that X amount of money, is not enough. So some of these new companies are charging quite expensive, but it's pretty okay because what you pay is what you get. Yeah, I understand that. Like you have the
it's
entry,
a more sustainable measure.
Yeah, the entry level, and then the next level is just crazy amount, and then from that on, the next package just keep going up and up and up, which makes sense because that's what you need to do to maintain the kind of service you want to provide.
The problem with any corporate structure is now though that, let's say, like Binary POS has is falling away in the past, and it's like sunsetting almost as people like start to get away from it, escape from it, and these new ones come on. But the new ones will see the finish line. They're like, oh, okay, I just need to get big enough, get enough market share to then sell back to this exact same company. And what happens is that it's a speed runs, and this is what happens in the food and beverage industry pretty much automatically now. So like anybody coming in with new alcohol really just has to market the living shit out of themselves. 60%, like 80% will fail straight away, right? But all they're doing is trying to speed run to the point where one of the very big companies like Asahi will go and buy them.
Correct.
They own like I think 70% of all alcohol in the whole world, and it's like all they're doing is speed running to that point. But all that means is the windows for the product being good are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So like the one that we're working with now. If their goal theoretically, and it probably as a businessman probably should be to sell out to this
Correct.
business as soon as they can. Do we get 5 years of it being good, and then you and I are sitting here again talking about how we're adjusting to this new guy that's come in with a better product?
It is what it is, right?
Is his window 3 years before he sells out?
The trick is now, like you just have to be ready to adapt. This is such a big part of running businesses now is always staying flexible on your feet.
It's true.
Just having an ear to the ground.
There's no longer like a business
option.
like pass where you know like
You
some
have a partnership for 20 years.
some local business like like I just passed by a business in Midland that day, 175 years. I don't think you can get business like that anymore. Like now.
Yeah, it's true.
It's pretty much now. It's like just 10 years is like really good.
You're constantly diversifying your options as much as you can because you just have to keep your windows open because, like you said, things that were good can always change at a dime.
Yeah.
And you just have to be ready to change.
It's
and
also
as a
like
business, you have to be so much more flexible now.
You are right. It's like, well, at what point is adapting, but you're adapting so much, it's just in flux. You know what I mean? At what point is it mania?
But isn't that just the market? Isn't that the world we live in right now where the market is constantly in flux and shifting so much?
I'm nowhere near close to giving up, but it is very tiresome. Yeah. Things changing a lot, and you're like, oh my God.
I think the only thing that doesn't change is like probably like truck driving. You can't change much.
Yeah, you'll have
it's probably like you have assisted.
There'll
like,
only be one massive change, and it's going to be when you go from the truck drivers can be replaced by automatic drivers.
Hey, you know what? I'm looking forward for truck driving, Danny. I want you to wear an APM suit.
What's an APM suit?
So it's like those suit like Mac. Like in the Avatar and stuff.
Yep.
So imagine instead of your forklift, you have a suit right behind there. Like, all right, guys, just hold on. Let me wear my suit. Go inside, check it on. Like,
so there's one major change that will happen in logistics, and it's when they can remove the drivers completely, and it goes to automated. And this is why we have focused on the deliveries that we do. Specifically, we've gone down this route for this very exact reason, because eventually, if we want to, it's probably not us who's going to be affected by it, but the people we sell the company to when I go to retire, it'll be all of our equipment. Our trucks have machines that you have to operate on site once you get there. So it means even if the driver element can be replaced, we spend the money invested in the extra equipment that was required on site. Now, eventually, those things are even more specific, and they'll get their own like automated drivers or whatever it is. But that's much further down the line than just replacing X drivers now. But it's like it'll be when the trucks eventually go from diesel to electric, which will happen. It's just very far away now because the diesel battery, the electric battery for a diesel truck is so incredibly expensive to make. And then when those drivers go away, but in the scheme of things, that's all of those things are really far away. I think at least closer to the end of my lifetime than right now, because the need for a human element in there is still required, even if it's just to like make sure that nothing's accidentally gone wrong. So I don't know if you've seen in China, there's the delivery vans that are automated. Have you seen the videos of those coming out, Will?
No.
It's very fun. We should go watch them after. They basically like you load, let's say your Uber Eats driver, right?
Yeah.
So Uber Eats driver, it's just a van that rocks up at the shop. You put the food in there, and then the van drives on a course to the person's house. But they're like preset automated tracks, so it doesn't necessarily find potholes, or if someone else is parked on the street, it has sensors to try and avoid it, but they just
plows through.
They just plow through. So like there's videos where they've just laid new concrete pathways, and it's just driving linear through the concrete, like brand new poured concrete, and it's just pouring. It's just spinning concrete into the air.
Oh my God.
There's one where there's a policeman who's trying to get through, so the policeman's come onto the other side of the road, and they're like nose to nose having a stalemate because the cop's trying to get around, but the vehicle is trying to readjust at the same time, so the cop can't get around. And it's like, but the whole thing is like they just absolutely plow. There's one where the road is really bumpy, and it's all been the rain's washed it all away, and the van is just flying along it, and it's just jumping up and down like it's on a bouncy
your
castle.
package at the end of it, it's just like a banged up box.
Yeah, imagine if it was your coffee or something in there, and because it rocks up, and you open your hatch almost like a locker, and inside is your food, and you look in there, and it's just coffee dripping from the roof. But it will come. It is the alpha beta version of what a truck driver replacement is right now. That's coming. And so I think 5-10 years ago, people talk about drones dropping your Uber Eats to your house.
There is. In China, there is like a drop zone already.
I
Like,
assume for really tall buildings, that's actually amazing.
If you live in an apartment, just drop it straight to your apartment window.
so they were dropping it in the park. So there's a landing zone for the drone. So if you order like food, like that's you clean the drop off zone. Like maybe like
it's like a helicopter pad.
So KP1, you say KP1. So if you order the food, it drops in KP1. You pick up from KP1.
Wow, that'd be crazy. Is the heist? You just wait around those drop places and be like, oh, here comes a drone. You grab the box and run away.
100%, yeah.
That one's shaped like a TV. I won that one.
Food, not TV, food.
They have the drones delivering to like apartments. You just have a big old net and you're catching the drones. Like,
or a net on a stick.
yeah,
That is very
you're
funny.
catching the drones. With
I believe like it will be, like it's a landing pad. It drops on top and then it elevates down
And it cranes
and then you have
right
to key
into
in the code to just open the door.
yeah, and it cranes right into the back seat of my car.
It's pretty cool, right?
That is cool, and it is the future of it. But it's quite far away, and I think that a lot of that stuff that people would have focused on before is now getting shifted to like AI.
That would be really great if I could deliver cards using drone.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I was like, you want it today? $50.
All right, guys, we're at an hour and 20 minute mark.
Ooh,
Our final words.
pretty good.
We've given this a go. If you notice any changes in the audio, we're trying to work our way around this new places here as well. Bear with us as we
Meow,
go
meow.
through the transition period. Very exciting stuff for the broadcast. Check us out. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.